Yo, what's going on, guys? We're a little late right here, and I made it. I somehow made it. I actually was cutting my toenails. How gross is that? I was playing basketball, and most of y'all know, when you roll up to basketball, you wear slides, or I wear my Birks to the gym, and then I do my arm workout or my leg workout in my Birks, and then I walk over to the courts, and I have socks on, obviously, when I first work out, but then after I play, I go shower at the gym, but I have flip flops that I use as shower shoes. And then what happens is, when I'm taking off my shoes to put on my Birks to walk down to the gym showers, I take off my socks because I'm not going to wear wet ass socks. Because you have to imagine, I play basketball for almost like 2 hours straight. So I'm like completely drenched, like soaked shirt, wet, looks like I just came out of the pool. Good morning, Aaron. And so I take off my socks when I put on my Birks to walk down to the shower. And I noticed my toenails were really long. And there was some, like, my friend was there next to me. And I was like, this is fucking gross. I need to cut my toenails. So I just went into my bathroom and cut them real quick. So that's why we were actually 1 minute late. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Also, if you don't, I used to never shower at the gym, but now I bring flip-flops and a spare change of clothing, and I can't leave the gym without showering. I don't know if you guys are the same way. It's just a great feeling of being able to be to get sweaty as hell, and then knowing that you can just walk downstairs, take a quick, and I take cold showers, so it's literally 2 minutes. I go in, basically wash off all the sweat, because I usually shower in the morning. I mean, I don't wash my hair every day because that's unhealthy as fuck. But so like I'm just in there, and they have soap if needed. But like for the most part, I'm just washing the sweat off of me, and then you just get a spare change of clothing, and then you go into the heat, and you're like fresh out the shower, and you're not sweating. But either way, you shower at the gym?
No.
No, I shower at the gym all the time.
I don't know why, but that makes so much sense to me. I don't know why. That
I
makes a lot of sense.
I bring flip flops for shower shoes, because like I'm a normal human. No, first off, you should never walk. I don't know. I just don't.
College.
You're
You're
trust
100%
any
right.
shower.
Yeah.
You should, like, MRSA or any staph infection. Fuck that. Like, just bring flip flops or any sort of shower shoes. Better safe than sorry. You don't know about other people. That's my thought process. Like, it's clean. It's very clean. The shower's there, but I don't trust other people.
Well, there's definitely cum somewhere. So.
100%, or piss. At least piss. Someone's pissing in the shower.
Someone's. I'm pissing in the shower.
Yeah. Dude, no, my boy lived at the cheapest dorms at Penn State his freshman year. They tore it down the year after he moved, like his sophomore year, and they had a communal shower, co-ed, and there was one drain, and the floor was slanted. And he said, he was like, always like, you're fucked if you show up and you have to. He's like, I just don't shower. If I walk in the middle drain, and shower is the only shower open, he's like, I'll just come back later.
I think that's in one of the American Pies or something.
I've never seen American Pies.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen clips. I know Eugene Levy. I know what the premise is. I've seen parts of the first one. Like, it's a movie that definitely fits my. I'm gonna watch it now. It's definitely something I would like.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into, first off, fuck Rick Bucher. You remember I've told yesterday came out that Shams Charania on the Pat McAfee show announced that the story about Ben Simmons leaving the group chat was false, categorically, objectively false. That never happened. But Rick Boucher was just like, I'm a Darth Myth fuck, and I know everything. So check this out. I've been assured that this is correct, in spite of another report that says it never happened. That's as far as I'll go with that, too. I'm not going to punch it down. Ben Simmons was in a group chat with some other team players. And in it, they asked Ben if he was going to play game 4. Not only did he not answer, he dropped out of the chat. Now, as I said, there's another reporter out there who suggested the event never happened. I'm well aware that reporter has, let's say, he has a vested interest in painting things a certain way. And again, I will leave it at that. His comments prompted me to go back and double check with my source. And that source insists that it indeed happened, and explain why someone might report it another way. So I'm sticking with it. You like my little, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of this shit.
Oh,
I'm sick of this shit.
It's awful. I'm out of coffee too, so this is what's fueling me in the morning.
Wait, so
Rick
you had no
Boucher.
coffee today? Because wait, yeah. Answer that question first.
No coffee, yeah. I haven't had coffee in 2 days.
I wanted to say something right when I joined because you looked tired, more tired than normal. Because I was
I
in here
took
for
2
a few
dabs.
seconds. Yeah, okay. Because you look more tired than normal.
I'm fried right now.
You.
I need a water bottle though. I'm getting cotton mouth.
This episode is sponsored by Aquapana out of Tuscany. It's the best water. I spent $20 on this water here. I got 12 of them in this size.
We sell those. We used to sell those. We sold those at the job. At the job I was a sous chef at like 4 years ago.
Oh, so it was a top-notch restaurant then.
Yeah, it was like a fine dining, nice place. Yeah, we had like a liquor store in there. That was the only liquor store in like a 10-mile radius that was open on Sundays. So
is it worth the like $20 a week?
Yeah, I learned how to cook from 5-star chefs, like from the Milton. Yeah, like one of the chefs worked at the Milton Inn, which is a restaurant from like the 1800s that like Oriole players go to and shit, and Ravens players would go to. Like I can cook. Like I'm not a chef because like, dude, I would come in super fried or like fucked up, like so fucked up. Dude, I have cuts and shit all over my hands from being just blacked out cooking. Like. I used to run the kitchen on Sundays, like on brunch, because all the salary chefs were off, so they gave me the brunch shift because it was only a 6-hour shift, and I would be so blacked out, like sending out commands to like 16 and 17 and like 19-year-olds, and I'd just be blacked out on like Xanax or something, or like cooking people's like $100 brunches.
Oh my god!
Yeah, still ace that shit. But that's why I don't do drugs anymore.
That's how my Warriors channel has me feeling right now. About to go get a 5-star restaurant.
What do you cook, Aaron? But yeah, no. Saying, what's your thoughts on Ben Simmons possibly not playing next year? I think Ben Simmons. Okay, I'm not gonna get right. So Ben Simmons has looked good on Twitter. I feel like every year Ben Simmons looks freaking fantastic in the offseason.
Hey, he's shooting threes and he looks like he's a good basketball player.
Oh yeah, I
hate open run gyms. I hate this. Quick rant. You can make any open gym run look impressive. You can make anyone look good. Because KPJ, there was like a montage of KPJ from Lifetime, or maybe he was just working with his coach. And bro, I'm telling you, this was a 90-second montage with maybe 2 or 3 cool clips.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so stupid. I got to work on this. I commented. I was like, nothing about this is out of the ordinary except like maybe 1 or 2 things. I got to stop doing stuff like that. But
just being an asshole,
bro, it was the most basic compilation, and it was all these Rocket fans losing their minds saying like, oh my god, Kevin Porter Jr. He's like, just like, he like does a pump fake and then like just walks up and shoots a mid-range. It's like, these are just super simple plays you need from a basketball player. I thought it was so funny. I've never seen an open run where I was like, whoa, holy cow, except maybe like Shadon Sharp's, what was it, off the backboard? It was like off the backboard from the free throw line, alley-oop or something like that, where I was like, whoa. So unless you're doing crazy shit like that, it all looks the same to me. So
I want to see you dunk.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Dude, sometimes it's windy out on the court and I got like no shot. But then other days it's not windy and I got normal sauce.
I can get my hand around the rim, like no ball, but I can palm a ball for like 3 seconds too, but like I can't hold the ball longer than like 2 or 3 seconds, and plus I got to grip it a certain way, and then like
I'm surprised you can't dunk.
I can't get the ball over. I can dunk without a ball, or like touch rim, like I can get my fingers over.
God, so you're like too weak?
I just don't do any leg like I don't really work like I don't do I bet you if I did what's that shit that guy does, the box over knees over toes, like the guy who does shows like if I did the box jumps or whatever it is to improve my verticality, I bet you if I did that for 3 months I could dunk.
Yeah, so why don't you do it? You need to be at peak physical form as a 23-year-old able body.
I don't know anyone to train. All I do is I go and I just do bicep curls and tricep, like the machines, until till failure, and then I go play basketball for 2 hours.
Oh shit! I can't blame you for that. I did that like all freshman year when I transferred because I didn't know anybody. I was so nervous to go to the gym. I'd go at like 11, play basketball, and just hit arms.
Yeah, dude. like.
It gave me a nice base of arms. Now I feel like I can't really have like small, like noticeably feeble arms.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I'm doing the right thing. I'm just hitting hella arms, right?
Well, no, like start hitting. No, don't do what I did because it would be way cooler. Like if you got like
I can
shoulders. Shoulders are like the coolest thing I'd say because like good shoulders make you seem way bigger than you are.
How do you do shoulders?
I've heard from like huge ass dudes to just do shrugs because it works out your neck as well. I want to have like a strong neck and these lateral raises. So like literally right before I moved from Chicago, I'd go to the gym every single day and I'd just hit shrugs and lateral raises for like a month. And I didn't see anything until like a week ago actually. So keep at it, because you definitely don't eat that bad.
Like I don't.
Is this real? Terrible. Is this a real story?
What I'm telling? What? Oh, Aaron's.
Aaron's. Is this a real, or is this like a fantasy fiction, like love story edition? This looks like I'm writing a short story based on something from my life, and this is what it seems like.
Oh my god, I'm so geeked.
You make me really want to just go rip my dab pen right now.
Dude, no, but what I'm totally perplexed by, I probably look so stupid working out now. All I do is just arms. I don't give a fuck.
I want to do only arms again. Those are the days. Just it's because it's the easiest thing to do. Just go do some shoulders and just go do one of everything. If you're going to the gym, I do all body.
I have really strong legs. Like I can naturally do like the leg presses at like fucking 400.
Oh, can you dunk? Oh, that's what I thought.
No.
Oh, get back to work. Get back to work. That's what I thought.
I also don't think I know how to jump. Isn't that a big part of it?
No, that is definitely.
I don't think I know how to. I don't know how to jump. Like I think there's like I feel like I'm a better jumper off of 2 feet, but there's no way I'm dunking off of fucking 2 feet.
I think the same, but I don't think
I don't think I know how to jump correctly off of 1 foot, and supposedly you have to dunk off.
Yeah.
I bet you like there is shit strength shoes. I gotta Google that.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I just want to dunk. 5'9" kid, white kid dunking, dude. I get so much
just be
rep.
Spread web.
So much rep. I pull up right to Lakeshore Drive and just be like, "Yo, I got next." Can be like,
you would need so much running space though. You would never get an end game dunk.
Yeah,
unless you were cherry picking, you would need so much ample run up time.
We played basketball by our park, so it was a lot of little kids. Like it was a lot of like high school kids, so maybe because they get tired and shit. But yeah, you're right. Yeah.
All right,
I'll teach you how to jump when I'm dunking down in Florida.
I think I'll be closer to dunking before you. I can already touch rim. All I need is I need to work out. I weigh 166, so I've gained 11 pounds. So I think I am eating like shit. I need to lose. I'm actually at normal weight, but like I like being at like 150s. feel a bit more like.
Dude,
but I also
at
been working out for 6'1", yeah.
It's like what I weigh. Dude,
And
you could get to like a jacked like 185. Like a jacked 185. Like completely shredded.
No, you know what's our plan? When I move to Florida, we'll start a fitness channel. I'll be the dummy. Like I'll do supplements. Maybe we even inject me with shit. And we'll just see. We'll just do like a 90-day. Put me through the ringer.
I hate the fucking gym.
No, we'll build a gym. We'll if we figure out sponsors, we'll tell them we need money for a gym and a basketball court.
Yeah, we should.
Like, you remember that one? Did I show you that one location that they had like a warehouse? And I was like, fuck the warehouse. I would put a fucking sport rec on there, put 2 hoops up, indoor basketball court.
At an apartment?
No, at like an office building.
Oh, that's sick.
Like it was like a warehouse, and I was like, oh, so the manager's office was huge. So I was like, we'll make the manager's office the studio, and then it had a huge glass window looking into the warehouse, and I was like, we just make a fucking gym and an indoor basketball.
Like, is this
court.
real life?
Yes, this is like I was looking for like $1,200 or $1,000 a month. It was in Florida.
Whoa, for a studio with a warehouse?
No, it's a warehouse with an office building inside of it that we would convert into a studio and build a basketball court and put gym if we could find sponsors.
Dude, we should definitely put a gym in our studio.
I've said this like for the last minute. Thank you for finally catching on.
Nice.
Aaron, I'll definitely stop by Georgia. But either way, we had a few things we want to talk about. I said the Clippers, the Wizards, and the Hornets were the teams that I want to talk about. Thankfully, the Athletic has dropped their offseason rankings so far for the offseason. There isn't much NBA news unless we want to talk about the paradox that is the Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, and all that bullshit. That if you want to hear about it, you could listen to any other episode of this because it's going to be the same thing we said last time. But let's go. So let's go talk about who do you want to talk about first? Hornets, Clippers, or Wizards?
No. You
gotta choose. You gotta choose. I didn't say it was pretty. While you choose,
I really don't want to talk about any of these teams. Let's get the Hornets out of the way.
Get the Hornets out the way. You don't like that the Hornets got back, Steve Clifford? They're thinking about bringing back Kemba. I think they just want to rewind to 2015.
What happened in 2015?
I think they made the playoffs. I don't even know, dude. That was when Cardiac Kemba was at like prime.
Oh man, I miss Cardiac Kemba. Well, I'll be rooting for Charlotte. I'm gonna drive through Charlotte in like a week. And I'm gonna have to get some food because it's too good to pass up.
What's in Charlotte? Go get Bojangles. Bojangles?
Who?
What? You're going through Charlotte and you don't know what Bojangles is, bro?
I've only been to Charlotte.
Get your fucking Fugazi ass out of here. You said Hornets? Let's do Hornets.
I don't know what that word is either.
Fugazi? Have you not seen Wolf of Wall Street? Have you never spoken to an Italian guy? Have you never seen any gangster movie?
I've done all 3 of those. Yesterday.
I actually did that last night, so joke's on you, fucker.
Oh, the hearts.
What was it?
Oh, what the hell? This is sick. Where can I see this?
All right. You were talking shit, though. You were talking shit. Mm-hmm. All right, so last year, the Charlotte Hornets went 43-39, Jackson. Mm-hmm. Mark Williams was their 15th overall draft pick. They traded the 13th pick for, I guess, I really don't know what they got. They got a second-round pick from New York. They got a first-round pick from next year from New York and 3 second-round picks, it looks like, in exchange for Jalen Duren's draft rights. And they traded Josh Minnows draft rights, the Minnesota second-round pick, fired James Borrego because his defense sucked and supposedly kind of lost the locker room. Brought back Cody Martin on a 4-year deal and then accepted Jaden McDaniels' brother, to a team option. And what do you think about this team? As they say over here, I think this is David Aldridge who did this, but we'll read what they say. The Hornets, are ranked low on his power rankings due to the fact that they have a major hole in their promising young lineup with Miles Bridges, the team's leading scorer last season, facing 3 felony domestic charges from the state of California, not from his wife. So I guess spouse. Bridges obviously, has, I think right here, we're just you guys know the detail. I'm not going to say it because I don't want us to get algorithm. But basically the NBA's policy on domestic DV says the Commissioner Adam Silver can put a player under DV investigation on administrative leave with pay, but the actions has to meet a certain criteria, including the severity of the allegations against the player, any history the player may have had prior conduct, and according to the collective bargaining agreement expert Larry Kuhn, the risk of reputable damage to the NBA or the team's player or the player's team. So Charlotte has yet to withdraw its qualifying offer on Bridges for the season, but would have no say in the matter if he's suspended or otherwise disciplined by the league for a significant stretch of time. Until there's clarity of Bridges' status, it's hard to give the Hornets a good offseason grave. They're not even going to talk about Montrezl Harrell. Charlotte's remaining core group, LaMelo Ball, PJ Washington, Terry Rozier are still sending. They have James Bouknight, brought in Mark Williams. They have Kai Jones, JT Thor, and a few other guys on this team. What do you think of this team? Are they going up or are they going down regardless of the Miles Bridges situation?
Well, it can't be a regardless because it happened. And so it really just kind of screwed them over entirely. No disrespect to PJ. I was expecting bigger things this year from PJ. No disrespect to PJ.
He was awesome defensively.
Well, he's a good basketball. I'm saying, I'm looking for a star. No disrespect to PJ or Terry, but, they're not going to move the needle as much as Miles Bridges is for me. So the fact that Miles Bridges, that whole situation remains up in the air. I mean, I don't know too much about what's going on as far as the legal side of it. So I don't know if it's looking good, if it's looking bad, but as long as you have LaMelo Ball, you're looking fine. Mark Williams was good get. But, I mean, it seems like Charlotte's just, without Miles Bridges, it looks like they'll be stuck right here for at least. I mean, I don't know if you try and make a trade. The thing is, all those players you named, Kai Jones, JT Thor, all these guys are cool. But
you don't like Nick Richards, bro?
They're all the young kids are cool, but they're not. You can't.
They don't have a backup point guard. Do you think they're going to be worse, better? I mean, defensively, I assume they'll be better.
Significantly worse. I mean, you just lost probably your best player. You just lost your most improved player.
You would think that more coaches, maybe I'm wrong. I just thought more people would want to play for Michael Jordan.
That really surprises me as well because as we were talking a couple of minutes ago, Charlotte's really cool. I really like Charlotte.
You're close to the beach. I'm pretty sure they have good taxes, good tax law. My mom wants them to retire in North Carolina.
Below the Mason-Dixon, yeah. I mean,
that's where she's retiring to. She wants to live near the Outer Banks.
So, I mean, maybe it's because I'm biased because I got family there and I go to North Carolina every year, but I would love to play for Charlotte. So it is surprising. But I'm getting worried here if they lose Miles Bridges to this legal stuff and if he's just kind of a doggy person, then.
What do you think about Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward? Let's just move on from Miles Bridges. Let's just assume that.
Scary Terry's cool, but Gordon Hayward was.
Gordon Hayward's first season
10 years ago, yeah.
Gordon Hayward, his first season in Charlotte was pretty nice. Almost a 20-point scorer, was looking like the guy. I mean, just the health. This guy hasn't played more than 50 games in years.
I mean, I know he's 32 at least. Yeah, he's 32.
I think with the Charlotte Hornets, it's defense, defense, defense. I think PJ Washington, Kai Jones, Mark Williams, Jalen McDaniels, JT Thor, all have the ability to be these lanky defenders. Again, it's can they shoot? Then you need Gordon Hayward to be healthy. LaMelo Ball can he take a next jump? There's moments where he looks really good at defense. Other times he just doesn't try. He just stands there. He's just like, fuck it. So you sit there and you're like, what is the best situation from this situation?
The thing is, it's like I said, JT Thor, Boak these guys are all cool, but none of these players who average less than 10 minutes a night are going to ascend, or I'd say that they're not going to ascend into, let alone the role to even turn into something like a star. But it's too fast for guys like JT, Kai, Boak these guys played less than 10 minutes last season. This team is collapsing without Bridges, and it's only a matter of time before you lose LaMelo Ball if you don't get another Miles Bridges, if you don't get another star in there. The good news is they can make a trade. Free agency is good next season, but it goes back to, all those young kids are cool, but as far as value-wise, it's going to be a couple more years till these guys are at that even Kuminga, Wiseman, Moody level.
I look at this roster, and that's where my head hurts because I don't think there's anyone else on this team. Like Bryce McGowan's cool. I'm sitting here and I think there isn't anyone like James Bouknight, nice player. I think he's a starter. I don't see him as an all-star. There's no guy on this team besides the guy that's in trouble right now, Miles Bridges, that really is a partner. And I don't get why the Charlotte Hornets aren't going out into the trade market right now. And there's two guys available, and you have the picks and you have the resources. At this point, I don't see why. It's not even that they should do this, but and I know they've been in the rumors for Donovan Mitchell, which just makes sense. I would trade the farm for Donovan Mitchell, give him everything except LaMelo Ball, and or even for Kevin Durant, give him everything except LaMelo Ball and try to run it like that. I think you got nothing to lose. Maybe go on to the market and look for another person. I don't think you should get D'Angelo Russell. I know he was on the block. I don't think they should bring in D'Lo and LaMelo. I don't think that will work. But I'm trying. Who's another guy who's kind of on the market that, it seems supposedly Raptor fans deny it adamantly, but OG Anunoby, multiple athletic writers have suggested that he doesn't really want to be there anymore. He's somebody you could look at. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Colin Sexton. But then you have Terry Rozier. You don't want another small guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of someone out here that they can go and try that they believe is a stud,
Yeah, I might have to wait till free agency, but
because all there is right here on our ticker. It says it: Colin Sexton, Carmelo, Dennis Schroeder, LaMarcus Aldridge, DeMarcus Cousins, Montrezl Harrell. None of those guys are moving the needle.
No.
And who can you trade for?
With what you're willing to give up.
I feel like they should be open to giving up anything.
Yeah, except LaMelo.
Yeah.
Terry's been awesome for him. PJ's nice, but maybe try and keep one of those. You should be able to keep one of those.
Yeah, I don't know if you try to call up the Sixers and be for Tobias Harris.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything. worth it to Philly.
Or you
Unless
call
they're
the
trying to unload that contract, but
the Grizzlies for Dylan Brooks.
yeah, it's not bad at all.
I don't think you're calling up the Heat for Duncan Robinson, but maybe ask for Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and be like, we'll take on Duncan Robinson if you give us Tyler Hero, and we'll give up maybe James Bouknight and a pick.
You got to give him like Hayward too.
I don't
Maybe
think
they take Hayward.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I'm Charlotte, I'm trying to get rid of Hayward.
But I think you have to attach a pick with Hayward, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm getting Hero in return.
Oh, if you're going to Hero in return, that's fine. But I don't know. I was just saying in general, wherever you would trade him. Do you hit up the Knicks for Julius Randle?
Yeah.
And you offer them, maybe you offer them Hayward, maybe, and a few picks.
I do. I don't know how interested they'd be, but yeah, for sure.
I think they'd be
maybe give them assets. Maybe try and give them more assets to get Mitchell.
Yeah, maybe throw him Kai Jones, because it seems like with Mark Williams, they're not huge on Kai. I don't know where Kai Jones stands in the franchise. Okay, I'm done with the
it's the same with like guys like Thor. It's just they're all stuck in
neutral, stagnant.
Like, they're all stuck in like AAA. It feels like those young kids, but it was only a year. So
you choose Clippers or the Wizards.
I guess the Wizards.
You don't sound too enthused.
No.
Did I just delete that? How are you doing? No dead space. No dead space, pussy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Little dumbass.
I actually don't mind dead air, but
nobody likes dead air. Nobody wants to be sitting here and be like, if you're on the radio, you can't have dead air. It's illegal.
Why not, though?
Because it's finable. Nobody wants fucking dead air. Now we're talking about the Washington Wizards. Push conventional norms.
I'm going to drop a whole podcast once where I say like 4 words. It's going to blow up.
I want to reach out to Sirius XM right now and see like how much more do we need to present before?
Yeah, we're going to need you to get over more than 20 an episode.
Okay, the Washington Wizards are 35-47. Also, are we going to try next week a different time around my school schedule? What would be best?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay, I'll look at it today when I'm at work. So last year, the Washington Wizards were 35-47. People might not recall, but they were freaking amazing at the beginning of the year. But they did not make the playoffs. Bradley Beal had wrist surgery. He was out for the season. They acquired Monte Morris and Will Barton for Contavious Caldwell Pope and I believe Ish Smith. And they brought in DeLon Wright, who actually has a funny ass clause where if he wins Most Improved Player of the Year or defensive or makes it all defensive team, he gets like a huge bonus. Shout out to him. Taj Gibson signed a $2.9 million deal unguaranteed, so he could be cut whenever. They drafted Johnny Davis and they drafted Yannick Zoza, who's going to be a stash and draft. Lost KCP, Ish Smith, Thomas Bryant, Raul Neto to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Bryant to the Lakers, and Tomas Tatarowski decided that he was done with the fucking NBA and he's going to finish his career where he had his best success, FC Barcelona. Now, Anthony Gill and Bradley Beal were the 2 guys that they retained. Now, let's see what David Aldridge said. The skinny. So, they brought back Bradley Beal. Now, they have a big 3, arguably, of Beal, Kuzma, and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis was amazing, had a career high of assists last year, and they were able to turn Spencer Dinwiddie into KP, who, if he can be anything like he was in New York, it's a win. He looked like the rim protector. And Porzingis is the best big man that Beal's played with. In this article, they say since Marcin Gortat. but healthy has always been the big if. Availability is the best ability. Now, Wright is definitely an upgrade as a, kind of a 6-man, I guess they're going to play him. And Monte Morris is a good backup point guard. So this team starting lineup is probably going to be Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma, probably Denny Avdia, Will Barton, and no, I take that back. Will Barton. It's probably going to be KP, Kuzma, Will Barton, Bradley Beal, Monte Morris. Then you run off the bench DeLon Wright, Denny Avdia, Rui Hachimura. That's where it gets a mess. The team 7 deep is good, but they need to improve their defense, and they kind of got more offensive players besides DeLon Wright and Taj Gibson. I just think, and Johnny Davis is going to play. I don't know. What do you think of this team? Did they get better in your mind? Defense is the big thing. The defense collapsed, and then the offense went stagnant when Beal was out.
Yeah. I think they improved. First off, Beal, healthy. KCP, nice, but getting rid of they just kind of cleared a lot of their house. So I think that was nice. Getting a new breath, fresh air. I mean, those were 5 pretty critical players. I guess it depends on who was healthy and when, but those are 5 important players to the Wizards at various moments. Monty, I like him a lot. I think he's very underrated. I wouldn't be surprised if he had almost like a Terry Rozier boost when he went to Charlotte. I think Will Barton was solid, good for both sides. That was a good trade. DeLon Wright's very underrated. He was huge for Atlanta last season, especially defensively when they needed him. He can do a little bit of everything. Yeah, Taj all right.
I think he's just a culture mentor, leader.
I always like Taj.
Defensive tone setter.
And yeah, you got Johnny Davis. Offensively, there's a lot of hype around him. So,
and defensively, he's very capable, and he can play point guard, shooting guard, and he's big enough to play some of the wing. So I think the biggest thing is look, like we said, the starting 5 is fine, but that's where it gets murky. After that, it's probably going to be DeLon Wright, Rui Hachimura, Denny Avdia, Johnny Davis, Corey Kispert, and that's the 5 guys right there, probably off the bench. They brought in Matur Maker, who's probably going to be on the G League, but he's brought in for a training camp. They have Isaiah Todd, who I still don't think is going to play much. Then you have Vernon Carey, who was a beast in the summer league. Anthony Gill, depth guy. Daniel Gafford arguably is the backup center for Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah,
but
I love their starters.
Yeah, their starters. It's just I think Denny Avdia is going to take the jump. I'm a big Denny Avdia guy. He's been working tremendously hard. He also dyed his hair, so he's got weird French tips. I follow him on Instagram. I fucking love Denny Avdia. I would fanboy over Denny Avdia if I met him. I'd be like, my Jewish brother, Lahaim. That's to life.
Oh.
Yeah. The more you know, fucker. But yeah,
I see a playoff team.
I see a playoff team.
East is. I think they'll probably hover around 6 to 8. But
definitely, that's a good assumption. Dude, honestly, it comes down to Kristaps Porzingis. If we see the Kristaps Porzingis to close the year, the guy who was averaging 23 points, almost 23 and 10 with 2 blocks a game while dishing out 3.5 assists. If we see that Kristaps Porzingis, this team
gave up on him way too early.
Yeah, I think this team's easily, and he stays healthy. This team's easily a 6th or 5th seed, easily. I think Kristaps Porzingis with Bradley Beal, this team could even be a top 5 team in the East. But that's a big if. So I'm gonna, if I had to put money on it, I'm taking, like Jackson said, 6 to 8 because that is just being, just safe about it. Now, I'm under the assumption he's gonna be perfectly fine. I'm hoping that he's just amazing. But what is their ceiling if Kristaps Porzingis is 100% what he used to be, and Kristaps Porzingis looked like he'd finished out the year for entire year? That he's obviously an all-star. He's obviously, an all-NBA team member if he does that for the entire year, averaging 23 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks a game and 3.5 assists. He's all NBA right there. but what is their ceiling as a team?
I think just as importantly, Kyle Kuzma's continual ascension is very
He was
critical
also 20 and
as
10.
well. I mean, he was a stud last season, and
The
Lakers fans who actually watch Lakers games knew this was coming because Kyle Kuzma had no room to work in Los Angeles, and when Washington got him, I mean, it just sounded like such a steal at the time, like because he was in the Russ trade. It sounded like just highway complete robbery, just every single penny. And so he's just as important. If you that's a really good big three. That's a very talented big three. I would say I would cap them at the conference championship.
You really, if they were 100% healthy and Kyle Kuzma continued to do what he did after the All-Star break, averaging 20 and 10. Same thing with Kristaps Porzingis, looking like the guy that he was. And then Bradley Beal, we assume he'd be at 100. Right there, you basically have like 70 points scored between three guys. You could literally have 70 points a night between Kuzma, Kristaps, and Bradley Beal. If they're all at 100%, that's 70 points a night between the three of them.
That's not my prediction for them. I would say if I had to predict them, I would say they lose to a Milwaukee or a Boston in round one in 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll get to the point where you're worried if you're that top team, like, oh shoot, is Washington might upset us. I think it'll just be like, damn, these guys are like very annoying. Like this is a good team. They're very annoying. This is an unideal first round matchup. I think it would be more of that.
Mm-hmm.
So from here on out, you just kind of continue to build. You kind of fill out your roster, and you move forward with your big three. And if we see the Kuzma and Porzingis that we saw last season, they're I mean, you give them. I'm not saying they're like an Aaron Gordon away from. But you know what I'm saying? They're just building. I like it. I think they really saved. I think they got at least 2 more years saved with Bradley Beal with the moves that they've made in the last year or two.
And that contract will be tradable once the salary cap goes up. And don't worry, that contract's just going to be normal.
Yeah.
Also, I was talking with Mike. When I talked with Mike Birkenhoff, I asked him about our whole salary cap, and he said, really, we're not going to see a 2016. He's like, there might be maybe a dealer here that might be questionable, but what it's going to do is just going to give a bunch of salary cap relief to the teams like the Warriors, to a team like the Wizards. So now that they have salary cap room to make more moves when the new TV deal does kick in. But yeah, like you said, the Wizards right now easily have 2 to 3 years that I think they have a window to open. And I still think that this roster can make moves. Like you look at this roster, okay? Rui Hachimura. If he doesn't impress me, move him before the deadline. Okay? And I think the same thing with Daniel Gafford. And I think the same thing with Isaiah Todd. You could utilize Isaiah Todd, Daniel Gafford, and Rui Hachimura in a package right there. If you combine those guys, they give you like $9.5 million in salary cap, and you can find yourself some serviceable player to get back that might be on a multi-year deal. Like maybe a Royce O'Neal. I think he's making 6. Or do you know who they should go after? Send Rui Hachimura, Daniel Gafford, and Isaiah Todd to the Rockets for Jae'Sean Tate.
Oh, is it? Yeah, hell yeah.
Because that's kind of like the defensive guy. Like Jae'Sean Tate would be perfect on this Wizards team.
Yeah, he would.
He could be like that, like Swiss Army knife, do everything glue guy, especially if he can like start to show signs of shooting. And I think
which he has.
Yeah, he has shown. And I think the Rockets would be like, okay, we would take a flyer on Rui Hachimura. We kind of need power forwards. Okay, Isaiah Todd, he's another guy who's on a multi-year deal. And then they would be like, Daniel Gafford, he's on a long-term deal, but, he's still young and he could be a good center and for them for a while and help. I think actually that's a decent deal. No picks involved. Maybe. Oh, Jay Sean Kenyon Martin for Rui Hachimura, Isaiah Todd, and Daniel Gafford.
Yeah. We might make a video on that. We've been talking about Rockets fans. We've been talking about Rui for a while now. I like Rui's really enticing. I know he had what was it, the personal matters to start off last year.
Yeah, I don't know what they were. I think somebody passed away in his family.
Yeah, I think it was something brutal. So,
and he's from Japan, so he had to go to Japan for it.
He was probably going to break out. I mean, his first 2 seasons, almost 14 points per game. If you're rounding up 14 points per game. I remember him very vaguely in that series against Philadelphia in 21. And I'm looking at his stats here. They lost in 5, 15 and 7 on 60% from downtown. It's 62% from the field. And last season he same amount, 3 threes a game, 45% from downtown. Like, there's a good amount of potential.
He's just bad defender.
But I have a lot of hope in Rui Hachimura as a defender. I've never once even actually thought of that. Let me look up his defensive rating right now, about 115.6. I guess that's the caveat. I'm not too worried about his career outlook, to be honest.
Literally about to make that video after this.
What, Rui Hachimura?
Houston Rockets should trade for Rui Hachimura.
Yeah.
Send over Kenny Omar and Jay Sean too.
I'm gonna beat you to it.
You're the quickest hands in the West. Let's talk about the Clippers. This team's a lot better than this ranking, and I hope David Aldridge admits to that, and the only reason they're lower is because of their health. Now, this team brought back Robert Covington, Amir Coffey, Xavier Moon, Jay Scrubb, Nick Batum. They extended Zubac. Kawhi Leonard's coming off of injury, so is Paul George. John Wall was brought in. Musa Diawate was brought in with a second-round pick, and Moses Brown was given an exhibit 10, and I think Moses Brown is going to be the guy who they try to replace Isaiah Hartenstein with. Now, let's talk about the Clips, okay, Jackson? This is what David Aldridge says. He says, it's all about who's discharged from the Clips medical ward and when and how fast they return to their pre-injury forms and if they return from the pre-injury forms. Leonard, now 31, and if he's not yet ready for the old forwards home, he's not a kid anymore either. If he's, again, an MVP-level player playing alongside and also, again, healthy Paul George, the Clippers are right back in the mix for a finals berth. But we won't know that for sure until they're on the court. Using Wall off the bench as a second unit quarterback would seem to be the right play. Could not speak right now. Assuming he accepts without complaint and role behind incumbent Reggie Jackson, who earned the starting point guard role, who gets the non-Zubac 5-minute going forward with Hartenstein and Serge Ibaka gone. It's interesting that they don't end up signing a vet with a minimum deal. Blake Griffin's still out there. What do you think of this team?
Yeah, they're really talented. If you're healthy, you're top 4. You got a home field advantage, home seat heading into the playoffs, and John Wall is going to work out perfectly. I think their retentions were very important. Zubac's critical. We've seen what they can do when healthy, and it usually was give them a point guard. No disrespect to Reggie Jackson or Eric Bledsoe, but more of a traditional. I don't want to say Reggie is unreliable.
You're saying Reggie should be the 6th man and John Wall should be the starter?
100% moving forward. Yeah, 100%. But, Reggie can get cooking. It's just when he isn't cooking, I view him like this past year was really this past season, 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. But before this, we hadn't seen that Reggie Jackson, the microwave cooker, since Detroit 3 years ago. So Reggie Jackson, Dude, look at this. In the playoffs, he put up 5 points 2 years ago. Or shit, is that 3 years ago now in 2019, 2020? Yeah, it's damn time flies. And then you saw it 2020, 2021. He kind of got cooked into that Reggie Jackson, like, whoa, like 18 points per night. Like, damn, could you imagine Los Angeles with a like maybe a Chris Paul? And I think they got their guy now. You got John Wall, and I think John Wall is gonna be perfect for him. I think Reggie Jackson's going to perfectly complement him. No matter how they deploy the lineups, they're very deep. And they also have some young talent. I know you're big on Terrence. Terrence Mann might break out this season.
I think Terrence Mann definitely will break out, but I don't see him more than being a 15 points per game scorer.
Still, though, you're taking that. Anyone's taking that.
Amir Coffey's good, too. I think Amir Coffey can easily be like a 12 to 15 point scorer tonight. Robert Covington was fantastic to close out the year for them. I mean, I think what it was. Let me pull up on my laptop right here. Robert Covington was, oh my God. Like I didn't know Robert Covington could play like this.
Where did he drop 40? Was that Portland?
I think
that was
maybe.
Portland.
Might have been Portland, but Robert Covington. No, I think it was with the Clippers.
Was it really?
23 games. He averaged 22 minutes a night, 10.5 points, 50% from the field, 45 from 3, 5.5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks. If they can get that Robert Covington, oh my God.
Look at her.
10.5 points. The unreal. I also miss Robert Covington. He was on our Wolves, and he was just, dude, that Wolves team was loaded with Tom Thibodeau, and we did fucking nothing.
Yep. But this is a good team.
Is Tom Thibodeau back?
Go Kawhi Leonard. Dude, you know what's crazy is 2 years ago, when LeBron was out of the playoffs and Kawhi was in it, people were saying Kawhi's best player on the planet.
Yeah.
This was a debate some people were having 2 years ago. So the NBA doesn't want a healthy Kawhi because that man gets it going. And playoff Paul is, thank goodness, no longer a thing. I think playoff Paul was never really fair to begin with, but if there was anything there, it's not there anymore. So I'm ready for John Wall to 20 and 7 it up, and you got 3 20-point per game scorers with Reggie Jackson coming off the bench, putting up just near it. And this team will go far if they're healthy.
Yeah, that's the big thing, if they're healthy. If they're healthy, availability is the best ability.
I don't see a reason why they won't.
100%. We just don't know what Kawhi Leonard's going to look like.
He's going to look like a superstar stud.
Why does it seem like in the NFL, ACL injuries recover so quickly, and in the NBA, it takes like fucking 2 years?
Well, it is also Kawhi. But yeah, you're right. Chris Godwin tore his ACL in week 16, and he's already freaking practicing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you got like Jamal Murray out 2 years, Jonathan Isaac out like 3 years.
Yeah,
like he's got like. I know you'll argue where like the NBA season's longer, and like potentially more devastating knee injuries, but I don't know. I feel like football, the injuries might be worse.
Football's
yeah, like
not the safest sport. So
I don't know, man. I wish we could just go back to like the 1980s and just give them cocaine, steroids, and a bunch of painkillers and tell them to suck it up. I'm kidding. That's a joke. Someone's gonna be like
cocaine use in NBA.
Huh?
I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's have some hearts explode.
Not that, but
I mean, I bet you a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they a bunch of them smoke weed. I'm not saying that everyone who smokes weed does blow, but like I'm meaning in this. Yeah, I would say more the sense that like there's definitely some party boys.
Yeah.
In the NBA, I bet you like I wonder if any of the studs are like. I think the clip, dude. John Wall. Okay, going to the Clippers. John Wall. You remember we watched his videos? John Wall loves to have a good time. John Wall likes a good time. I don't know if he's doing blood, but he definitely smokes hella bud. I would hang out with John Wall for a night. I would go clubbing with John Wall. I would get into some shit. Like not like I would like whatever John Wall did. I'd be right there. I'd be with him.
I'll take the cover for whatever John Wall wants to do too.
Yeah. Dude, John Wall got $40 million from the Rockets.
No, he got $40 million from the Wizards.
Got $40 million from the Rockets, baby. Did not play for him.
When?
This year for the buyout.
Oh, the buyout.
And then they gave him 47 last year.
But they didn't negotiate that contract.
Yeah, but they paid him the 47. They told him.
Because what else are you gonna do?
Because he came back and he said, "I'll play for y'all," and they said, "Sure." And they're like, "Okay." And they're like, off the bench. He's like, "I don't know." Now he's like, "I don't come off the bench." He's like, "I don't know anyone getting paid 47 mil to come off the bench."
He had no business being in Houston at any point in his career, which is unfortunate. Except
no, he did. He was sent there to play with James Harden. He was supposed to replace Chris Paul. That whole team was supposed to stick together, and John Wall was supposed to replace, and he did. He would have been better than Chris Paul.
I do think, Wall and Harden would have been somewhat something.
PJ Tucker, Daniel House, Mike D'Antoni.
Nothing will take. I'll take Russ over Chris Paul and the Rockets any day.
I don't get why they fired Mike D'Antoni. But the Clippers.
Yeah.
Good team. Man. They're a good team. I mean, they're fully healthy. They're obviously a top 5 team. Kawhi Leonard's MVP candidate, but
they just were above 500 in the West with their best 2 players done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's just because Ty Lue's like one of the best fucking coaches in the league.
Yeah, and they're also talented.
Talented. I mean, they are very talented. They're super talented. I just think with like this team, defensively, I just get scared that they could get out rebounded, like hella. That's my
opinion. But they'll on the flip, they'll make teams pay for not going small like
What do you mean? Like you're gonna say they're gonna just continue the space ball?
Yeah, and like you play maybe a Rudy Gobert, and you got a Rocco, and you got Rocco there at the 5, shooting 40 from 3, 44 from 3.
That would be fucking nice. I actually don't mind that whatsoever.
Yeah, right.
No. I think we did good. We talked a bunch.
This episode pissed me off, dude.
Why?
There's bodies coming in here the whole time. And we got one commenter the whole stream. One person said something. Everyone's in school, man.
So we definitely should figure out a new time. Let's look at my schedule.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a really nice schedule.
Because I'm going to be...
Also wrote a nasty email to KU Transit, and they haven't responded.
Tell them to put us on the freaking radio.
No, KU Transit. They gave me a parking ticket, and I just said I'm going to put out a personal vendetta, and I'm going to annoy them like I'm Andy Dufresne.
Oh my goodness.
Is that wrong? Can I get in trouble with the school for that?
Who cares?
Who cares? Class schedule.
It's the 80s, bro.
It's not. Oh, yeah, this is my schedule. So I'm in class.
Dork.
My semester starts on the 23rd. Well, it starts on the 22nd, but I don't have class Monday or Fridays.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. So I only have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 9:30 and 1. and then only one class on Wednesdays, and it's from 12:45 to 4. So, I mean to 5 basically.
Jeez.
So, continue the show at the same time or earlier would not work. We would have to shoot every day at like 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Would be the new time.
So essentially in 2 months from now when basketball's on. Right. 5, 6.
We would shoot.
Like basketball starts in October and we'll be. That might be I don't know. I can't tell if that would be a crazy good move.
Games start
stupid.
Most games start at like 6.
Yeah, I know, but like
we would end right when games start. So everyone would be searching up.
Yeah, so that it might be genius.
Yeah.
Because it's like the pre-show. What's tough though is we'll be talking about what happened the day before a whole day later.
Yeah, that means we could always do a 1 p.m. show, and then on Wednesdays we could switch it to a noon show, or like 11 to noon. Like do 4 days, 1 day, and then 1 day of the week. But also this class could potentially be like not the actual hours.
Oh yeah.
Because like a lot of the times they block off 4 hours, but I've never actually had a lab where I'm there for 4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And this is more like I'm creating packages. This is like my mock. Like I'm working for the school news. So like
I almost missed school until you showed me that class.
Tell me the schedule isn't. I'm off Friday.
4-hour class.
I've gone through. What is it? 3 years, 6 semesters. I've never had class on Friday in my entire college career.
Oh.
No class Friday. Always been the free beer Friday. Never missed free beer.
Who to make the schedule the day befure classes start. So I always
What,
have like
dude?
a 9 a.m. on Friday.
Dude, I make the schedule the day they release
they release the courses like a month before, 2 months before, so you can make your schedule.
Yeah.
And I literally don't even have my advisor make it. I send it to my advisor. I'm like, bitch, is this good? I don't say that, but like, I'm like, is this good? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, bro. I'm like, yeah, I did that. I'm done showing my classes. Also, let's see what my GPA went up to. I'm trying to graduate cum laude or cum laude.
The NBA show should fly out for your graduation and live stream. We'll do a show at your graduation. You're in the crowd.
I'm sitting in the crowd.
Yeah, you know. I think the Knicks. Oh, good team.
Got a 3.35.
Whoa.
What'd you graduate with?
2.7.
I think.
Yeah.
I graduated high school with a 2.98.
That's solid.
Did you just not go to school?
No. People think I was like kidding or some shit when I never went to school.
My GPA jumped 0.02. Yeah, this is like a typical little grade report for me.
Dude, you must do too much work.
Not really.
Dude, this one class right here, I wrote like 136 pages in like 2 days, man. I like pulled 2 all-nighters back to back, writing a screenplay, and then I'm leaving the fucking library to go to work because like I stayed up all night and I had work at 11 a.m. and I was late to work, and I pull up my phone and I'm like, hello? He's like, Zero? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you want to come back to Florida? I'm like, who is this? Derek Erdick from SNN TV. I literally had posted this reel like 12 hours earlier. He's like, I just saw your reel. Great stuff. Super impressed. You want to come back to Florida? I'm like, man, I'm in Kansas. It's like I'm off. Like I hadn't slept in like 3 days. I was just like sitting there. Not even sitting. I was walking up the stairs. I'm like, yeah, this is like awesome, man. Like I got a year left, but he's like, all right, call me in December. We'll line something up. I'm like, yeah, Sarasota, dope.
There you
go. Yeah. That was today's show.
Whoa, what's up, Charlie?
Hi, Charlie. Did Charlie bite your finger?
Charlie missed everything.
Charlie missed everything. Is Charlie your friend?
No, I don't know who that is.
Sorry,
Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, you missed the show, buddy. We're wrapping up. So I did my first interview with the background of this. Normally, I don't do interviews with this as my background. Should I continue doing job interviews with this as my background? I did a job interview with this in my background, and she was like, "Oh, I see."
Did you really?
Yeah.
You should have like the ticker and the logo on the right. All right. Oh, I put our Twitters in the description as well. I changed my Twitter last night.
Why? What is it?
It wasn't my name.
Oh, are you changing your channel to Jackson too?
No, I want to keep that. I felt like I was trying to hide the Twitter is like the vibe I was getting. And I don't want that to come across.
Yes, I had all this in the background. I did this. This is my on the wall. Like,
oh, I thought you were talking about the brick.
Huh?
You're talking about your background.
Oh, you're talking about this?
I'm talking about the brick. What else? Where else would your background be? Would it be like books and philosophy awards?
I would just be facing this way and have it facing, or I sit in my fucking living room, you asshole.
I just don't understand the big deal. I thought you meant you had the brick in the back.
Shark, is this not like bad to have job interviews at?
I don't see why not.
I don't know. And it's also like really
looks like an episode of pardon the interruption here.
All right,
yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
No, it's like a sports back. Well,
I'm just kidding.
I was like, shit, dude, I can't end this.
Yeah, I can remove your bitch ass and I can.
I like this now.
You can't hear. Okay, goodbye.
No, you can't hear. Are we dipping out?
I don't have anything else to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
I got work. So how long will it take if I just do ARBs every day? It's been like 2 weeks. How long till these puppies get a little bigger?
I don't know why, but I feel like you don't eat much. Do you eat much? Do you actually eat food?
Yes, I eat food. You've seen me eat on here.
I mean, you'll probably start seeing some shit in like a month, so I guess 2 weeks, but I'd start like eating a ton of food, but you're trying to like lose weight. So, I don't know how you can't gain muscle while losing fucking weight.
Yeah, I'm just in a perpetual loop.
You need to probably eat more and lift more, and you'll start seeing it. But apparently, you see the most gains at the beginning, so you'll probably see like some like more veins or something.
Dude, I've been hitting abs for like a month. Nothing.
Oh, nice. I'm trying to get 6-pack.
Yeah, same. I have Brozarks in a month.
Yeah.
You guys, did you get
No, I don't know what that is, but I imagine it's along the lines.
Yeah, we go on a lake trip to Lake of the Ozarks and rent out a bunch of
Nice.
cabins, and everyone brings a date.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the implication.
because of the implication, yeah. It's sounds like a good time.
I guess that's such a good episode. Yes, because of the implication. What? What implication never? Yes, the implication.
The implication. Trying to get a boat.
Yeah. No, I mean I have my girlfriend, so I get also because I'm a senior, I get a room to myself.
Oh, you had to like share a room with.
When you're an underclassman, yeah, or if you're not on exec board, yeah.
So are you like? So, all right. So say I'm in your fraternity, and so I do the cool handshake, and then you let me in, and I bring a girl. I got a bad broad to my side. Are we sleeping in the same bed in the same room as you?
Yeah.
Say we're both freshmen or sophomores. We're sharing.
Depending
Does
on
the girl have to sleep in my bed?
depending if you're
Is the
like
implication.
yeah. So yes, she has to sleep in your bed. Yes, she has to sleep in
Whoa.
your bed. Yes, or she's sleeping. One of you are sleeping on the floor.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so what it is some of the houses have a bunch of single beds, some of the houses have bunk beds. Dude, I remember freshman year I banged my girlfriend while my current one guy who just moved in was taking a nap, like one bed over. But
Jesus.
we did it quietly.
Does
But
he know that?
no, Brian, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was asleep. Or he was doing a good job of faking being asleep. What if he was just jerking off on the other side?
He's either completely scarred for life or really fucking weird.
He's over here like, yes, he's stroking his dick. It's just like
I used to have to hear that shit freshman year with 3 roommates in one
But
room.
yeah, if you bring a girl on this lake trip, it's pretty easy.
Wild.
To get a girl to go, like we tell that to the freshmen. I'm like, you ask any sorority bitch who wants to go on Brozarks, they're gonna want to because all their friends are going, and
yeah,
so it's easy to get a girl.
Oh.
I mean, I have my girlfriend. It's fun, boats and blow.
All 4 years. You brought
We didn't
her
do
to
coke.
the Ozarks?
Coke? What are you saying?
I thought you said we didn't do coke.
I never said that.
Has she gone with you all 4 years though?
We've only we didn't have it during the pandemic year, so we've only gone twice. This will be our 3rd year. So
when did you start dating your girlfriend? What year?
Freshman year, first week. Like I didn't start dating her. I met her first week. Then I started dating her like a few days before the lake trip.
Yeah, dude, I almost just freaked out. Better first week of college. We started dating first week of college. Like,
No. That was terrible. Second month of college.
That's still really crazy.
But you have to understand is I was 2 years removed from high school and had banged.
Yeah, you're an older gentleman.
Yeah, and I'd banged loads of broads before that. So I was trying to settle down. I couldn't get a girlfriend in Maryland anymore because no one took me serious.
I hated you.
Yeah, basically because I fucked one of their friends or I'd fucked them. So I had to move to new breeding grounds.
Yeah. So that's why you went all the way to Kansas.
Yeah, I had to make sure. You can't stay in a tri-state area. Someone still knows you. Over here, no one knows. I started a new life, new image.
You're like a mass murderer who can't get caught and move to a new city and like to start a completely new life. That's a little dire, but
dude, I don't go home because I have enemies, and I don't post on my story when I'm home because I have a fear of just being shot or like just jumped. I don't let people really know except my close friends that I'm home because I have a fear of just being like I have enemies. Not like
got a lot of enemies.
Have you ever seen Lil Xan?
Whoa, no, but I wish. I don't mind Lil Xan. There's that one song by Lil Xan, like friends don't. What's that song called?
Xanarchy?
Yeah.
You enjoyed that? Did you see that story I posted of them singing Billie Jean? Billie Jean.
No, it was too early in the morning. You know what I did say to my? Wasn't this yesterday?
What?
I just read
read that text. What were you
I
saying?
heard that somewhere. I heard that like yesterday on Impractical Jokers or something.
You watching Practical Jokers? You're such a fag.
I watch it every day. Like,
oh yeah, you do. You probably want to get up there, suck them off like elephant seals. No, I love women. Have you seen that? Have you ever seen? Oh my god. Silent Bob and Jay. Okay. Yeah, Silent Bob. You're a rude motherfucker, you know, but you're cute as hell. I could go down on you, suck you up, line up 3 other guys, and make like a circus seal. Ew, you fucking faggot. I hate guys. I love women.
What?
Have you never seen Clerks? That is such a good. I gotta. That's going in the memory bank.
Spank bank.
I almost said that by accident. But no, I like quoting shit. And I probably am gonna rewrite that in some way that's gonna be funny. But I also like saying dumb shit like that. AFL, Aussie football. I love Aussie football. I'm a big Mason Cox guy. I love Coxzilla. Have you seen Mason Cox? He played at Oklahoma State. He's American, but he has an Australian accent now because he's lived there so long.
Oh, that's goals right there. I want to move to Australia and develop an accent.
Dude, what we're gonna do, the plan with this show, people don't know it, is we're actually just gonna go until we're gonna get big enough where we can do this show anywhere, and we're gonna just move to Australia and do this show at like 4 a.m. Aussie time.
At like an Outback or something.
Yeah.
In the Outback, or is it?
Or at what are Burger King in Australia is called something else.
King Burger.
Hungry Jack's. We'll do it at Hungry Jack's.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
sounds like a breakfast.
That's
cereal.
That's Burger King in Australia because Burger King originally failed, so they rebranded and it worked. This is Mason Cox.
Oh, he's got a fake accent to him. This guy seems like a poser.
Yeah, Charlie. Where are you from? I got friends in Adelaide, Victoria. Well, I know Adelaide, Victoria, and I think the other one's Melbourne. Tim Broadbent, Kate Zito, and Dara Hogbin.
A couple years ago, this girl followed Golf Ball and she found my account and she she was like late 20s and she was like flirting with me and she was from Australia and like I didn't know how to like she was so old, I was so young, I didn't know what to do, so I like fumbled it.
Oh, can I suck a fart out your ass?
No, it was like
I want you to go down.
It was like you're really cute. Like, oh, thank you.
Can you come over? I'll bring 3 dudes and you'll get down with.
It's pronounced Melbourne, bro.
Melbourne. I can't do it. Can you do a British accent? This is my best. Top of the morning for you. Got that?
British accent
or Australian?
I can do Northern Ireland. No.
The only accent, you know, Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking, right? Who's
Unfortunately, Lou Holtz? I know who you're talking about, and or let's just get into this. Let's get
you bet your football team.
Jesus. So cute, retarded.
Tell me I'm wrong though.
Yeah.
Lou Holtz sounds like that.
Man, he's still kicking it. Yeah, he's a big Notre Dame guy.
Good
day, mate.
I think I
know
just
the-
sounded like Forrest Gump right there for a second. But
Have you ever seen the Big Les show?
No.
Oh, dude, you should watch the Big Les show. It's on YouTube. So it's Australian. If Charlie's ever seen the Big Les show and he enjoys it, you have to watch it. It's like the perfect show to just binge because they're like a couple minute episodes.
Dude, I'm stoned as fuck, Charlie.
I've been getting really high too recently. Can't lie. G'day, mate.
Today, mate.
What them, bro? Oh, that's British. I haven't seen that show. So look up Sassy the Sasquatch.
I'm done. I need to make lunch, you goddamn cunt.
What are you gonna eat?
I'm gonna make 2 dulce de leche toast right now. I don't know. I'm gonna go to the gym because I work at 1:30. So
You want to know what a man's gonna eat for freaking lunch? God damn it, a T-bone steak. Oh, daily Oreos.
I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Yo, what's up? Is that Swaggy? Swaggy, did you just recently make daily Oreos? Or he's an Oreos fan?
No, I think he might like the Oreos.
I'm not
newest account.
Charlie, I'm not obsessed with Colin Sexton. I just report the news. I'm not obsessed with Colin Sexton. It's just there's not a lot of news. That is the news that is happening.
Why have you made a fuck off, Matt Lento, dork? Where's the mods in this chat? Kick this kid out. He's talking shit just because he's talking shit because I run fantasy baseball. I run this shit.
I run this shit.
I run this shit. All right.
So
I think
we're done.
Yeah.
Charlie, I actually used to really like Colin Sexton, but the only poster I got right here is a really beat up Fernando Torres poster that I punched a hole through when I got expelled from high school.
Don't you have that Colin Sexton blow up doll with?
I have a Colin Sexton flesh lamp. I just jizz right into it. And then I throw it in the dishwasher when I'm done.
All right.
All right. You can't spell zero without the KY.
I'm done.